So simply click New Blank Waiver. This is all default information. There are 3 variables that you can use in any of the main text fields. There's the gym name, the gym address, and the date variable. That can be used in this field, any of these title fields, as well as in the signature text and also in any of the waiver text that gets added. I'll leave this information alone as this is sufficient. I will just simply add, I want to add fields for the username, which is the email, so I'll add that. The first name, because I'd like to be able to identify the prospect, as well as the last name. These are ideal fields for the tablet form as a bare minimum, because this then translates into an actual new member, and those are key fields for any new member. I also think that the birthday field is important. There's also many other fields, including any custom field that you'd like to make. I have no need for that in this example. Additionally, I think requesting a birthday is okay, but requiring it is unnecessary. You simply have to order these in the order that you want them to appear, and I think that you can scroll down to look at the preview. So after adding information, you can scroll down and click preview to see how it would look in the end form. I would like to show other parts of the system, so I'll just label this questions. I think an important question for a tablet form is, are you signing as a parent or guardian? There are many other questions that you could use, but this is very important because if you're bringing in 2 or 3 kids as part of a family and the parent is signing multiple forms, this allows you to track that better. I will add that field. This will be a required field as indicated by this. I could set this as a text and then somebody could put in information, but I'm just going to leave it as a yes or no. I can infer the information from that. I also think that during the entry of the gym, at least a waiver and release of liability is important, so I'll add that. I will also edit that information accordingly. This is all default information. It can be edited to meet anybody's specific needs. It also can use variables as illustrated down here. Each of the variables show as what they would show to the end user. This is fine for me, but if I wanted more, it's dynamic and it will accept the text that you enter. But that is sufficient. So I'll update that. The signature text is also sufficient. It also supports minimalist HTML. So if I wanted to bold words or underline words, I can do so by wrapping it with these elements. Again, this information is sufficient, so I'll update that. Preview the waiver. So what will happen when somebody uses one of the kiosks, they would enter my gym, and the kiosk would be already loaded with this waiver essentially. This is showing a sample. It actually is loading off of me, the logged in user, but since the waiver is not associated with any user, this would all be blank information. You can see it requires that information by the asterisk, and all this would have to be filled out and then agreed to. Because this is a preview, none of these are interactable, so I'll simply close that, and I'm happy with the way the waiver looks, so I'll save the waiver. This now becomes a new waiver that is inactive. The controls for the waiver allow me to edit the waiver. It also allows me to copy the waiver, so this is, if I hit save on this, it will actually create a new waiver. The purpose of this is that once a waiver has a signature, it no longer is editable, so this control will actually go away and just become a preview control. And you need a way of being able to take a waiver that you currently have and modify it as times change and information changes. In this example, this button here allows me to change the types of constraints that are on the waiver. I can also hover over any individual field, and this says it would be a web app, and for email, and for users. So if this were active, it would work when a user logs into a web application, or when a user receives an email with the waivers variable attached to it. Since this is designed to be used for tablet form, I'm actually going to change those settings. I will leave it set to users. I will also deactivate the email and the web app and just leave it for tablet form.